Well, SDSU lost to UConn last night, ending their March Madness chase for the championship title.
Joining us now is a guy who has seen the best and the worst with the team, the voice of SDSU men's basketball, Ted Leitner. Good morning, Ted.
Guys, how are you? Everything is fine in Boston. How's things there?
Is it fine in Boston? What's the atmosphere like? What's the mood like?
Not good. Not good. But it's a high and a low. That yes, you lost the game, but you got here. Most of the other teams in NCAA basketball, their players and their fans were watching on television from someplace else other than an NCAA regional. So, and certainly not in the Sweet 16. So you take the good with the bad. But it's a great saying that I worked Padre baseball for 2 years with Joe Garagiola, a great broadcaster, and he had also played in the major leagues as a catcher with the St. Louis Cardinals and others. And he said, as a player, losing hurts more than winning feels good, if that makes any sense. That you just, you have the highs of the win, and then you move on. But the losses, the losses stay with you. So I have empathy for the people in the program because they work so hard for so long. But like I said, after what they did last year, to come back and do it, basically a Sweet 16 again, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Good point, Ted. I like that. Well, can we talk about last night? Because the first half, it was very exciting. We saw Vias Arena. I mean, people were going crazy. And, they fought really hard, the Aztecs did. And then the second half, what happened?
Yeah, well, you know what? In that first half, I thought the same thing. They fell down a little bit, but they're very good at that. They do have these scoring droughts through the course of the year where they don't score for 3-4 minutes. That's a problem, but they have grit, if that's the word, and they stay with it. They stay with it. They also have confidence. Once you come back, you know you can, and you have the talent to do that. So they know that, and they're very confident about that, very mature guys. And so they came back nicely. All of a sudden, it goes from 11 to 5 points, and I'm thinking, hey, halftime's coming up. You're right there. You're 5 points down against the number one team in the nation, the number one seed, and one of the great teams, I believe, in all of basketball in the last few years. But then they allowed a couple of baskets late in the first half, so suddenly you're down 9. It's a different feel than you're right there at 5. But still, you can come out with a big first few minutes of the second half, but they did not. It's like a treadmill, you get up toward the top of the treadmill, they keep racing it. They keep racing it, and it's just it's like, come on, man, I'm tired of that. But that's what it is, because I'll tell you what, Aztecs are good. This Connecticut team is great.
Yes, good, great, and you talk about that treadmill and, getting tired sometimes. How much does travel impact, what the team goes through? You get jet lagged, you're moving around, you're not in your home space.
Yep, all of that. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's all of that. And I'm not giving excuses. As the Aztec broadcaster, they don't want me to give excuses, but the truth of the matter is that Connecticut has not been on a plane in about a month. Because they had home games. They had home games at the end there in the Big East, and then they had the tournament for the Big East, which the Aztecs had in Las Vegas. But they had theirs right in New York City. It's an hour and a half bus ride, and they played there at Madison Square Garden. And then their first regional was in Brooklyn, so they just moved over 30 minutes, and they have not been on a plane. So you're right. There's jet lag. You're in a strange hotel, especially when you're 6'9", 6'10", and you're longer than the bed is. You know what I mean?
Comfortable.
It goes through all that, all that time change and so forth. So it's not why they lost the game, but it's absolutely true that they went to Spokane, and then after they won their second game to get into Sweet 16, they had to wait for their plane. They got home at 4 o'clock in the morning Monday, and they're back on a plane for 5 hours to Boston on Tuesday. There is no question if the two teams were truly equal, and they're not, then that would have been a factor. But I think Connecticut, in their talent, is the bigger factor.
Sure. Okay, hold the phone. Okay. I'm going to switch gears just for a second here, because you're obviously the voice of the Padres for 40 years. What do you think about the team this year?
It's interesting because I did not go to spring training. I was involved, obviously, with the Aztecs.
Yeah.
But I talked to a lot of people in the organization because I'm in the organization still as an ambassador. So I've talked to a lot of people in the front office, off the record. I've talked to a lot of the other broadcasters, quite frankly. And I say, how are we going to do? How are we going to do? And the comment says, you're going to be surprised by this team. They're very gutty. They're very gritty. They had a reputation last year of not being able to be there in the clutch and get it done. And a lot of the guys like I said this is a different team. This is a different feel, and they have things to prove after what happened last year. That was the best Padres starting rotation I've ever seen, I believe, in Padre history, but they could not hit in the clutch. Now, the pitching may not be as good as last year, losing Snell and so forth, and Hader, but I really believe, according to the people on the inside, it's not them on television or radio saying it, but they're saying you're going to be surprised. They're going to be a very, very good / surprising team, and that's good to hear for me.
Okay. I'll take it.
I'll take it
that.
too.
Yep.
I think everybody will take it. What else will take before we say goodbye? I believe. Can you do the chant? You did it yesterday? Can you do it?
I did. You know, I'm never doing the chant again, by the way, because I had been asked to do the I Believe at the arena about 3 years ago, and I thought, guys, you know, I don't feel that very comfortable. Believe it or not, I'm kind of a shy guy, and I'm not. No, really, believe it. In my own element, and broadcasting is fine, but in front of the thousands of people doing the I Believe, so I turned it down. But then I thought, you know what? I'm not getting any younger, so maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
And I did that. And when I did it for the last home game, it was their only home loss of the entire season. So how do you think I feel for having done the I Believe?
No, don't think like that, please.
It was
Don't
not
think like
you.
that.
Every other home, I believe, they won the game, except when Uncle Teddy was up there. So I have to never, ever do it again.
Jolly. Jolly.
Yeah, I think you should do it, but whatever. And Ted, I'm shy as well, so I share that.
I
in common
understand.
with you.
I understand. Yes, they think you're on television and you're like that all the time and you're on all the time, but you're not. You're not. You're just your basic people like everybody else. But we do a strange business. We talk in front of many people. That's all.
Yeah, that's what we do. Thank
Sure.
you. Safe travels. So good to hear your voice.
Thanks, Ted.
Great to talk to you guys. Always great to talk to you.
Thank you.